Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great I still said Monday after I still already said happy Tuesday to Miss Dolores. This is sad. This is so sad. Like, really, this is really sad. Don't y'all think that this is sad that I never really know? No, Letha talking about no. This is so this is so sad. Like my show is just so raw and uncut and unfiltered. And hey, Miss Dolores. Hey, Lolita. Hello there. How are you? Hey, Evangelist. Hello there. How are you? Hey, Teresa. Hey, Deja. Hey, Robin. Hey, Carla. Hello there. How are you? This show never starts right. It never ends right. Why can't I ever? Why can't I ever know when she on Bigo? Me? I'm on Bigo Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was on yesterday. Hey, 80s baby. Hey, hi, Donisha. Yeah, I'm on Bigo Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I typically announce it before I go over there. I announce it over here when I'm going to be on Bigo because people on Bigo are still trying to get accustomed to them only having me 3 days a week as well. Lord, the fact that I actually said happy Tuesday in the comments and still pressed this live button and said happy Monday is insane. I am so just, I can't even find you on Bigo. Bigo ID, Savage Royalty. When you go to the upper right hand corner, you're going to see a magnifying glass. Just type in my name. I am the only one there, and I'm going to pop right on up. And it'll take you right to my page. I will tell you guys, it's crazy over there. Lolita, she can tell y'all, she literally leaves here and goes there right after the show every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's crazy over there, guys. But if anybody do like Bigo and you're interested into becoming a Bigo broadcaster, and to make you a second stream of income, you can definitely message me either on the Spaces app or you can email me or DM me, however you want to do it. I'm Savage Royalty all over, and you will be able to host under my agency. Okay. I do have a talent agency over there for those of you guys that possibly would be interested. You can make anywhere from $100 up to over 30,000 a month just by streaming on social media. Okay. So if you're interested, just message me and I'll get you started. All you have to do is a 30-second video audition. And I do tell you everything that you have to say in order to pass. I watch Bigo a lot. You do? Yeah, Bigo's crazy. You a Bigo baby. Yes, 80s baby is a Bigo baby. Yeah, some of them are up in here. Yeah, and then if I don't go live over there, like I didn't go live on Friday. It was like they called me out yesterday, like, yeah, because you wasn't here on Friday. Yeah, they don't like it when I don't go over there. But yes, I don't have Vigo today though. Today is a class day for the most part. Alrighty, y'all. We about to dig into a scandal. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard about this whole Letcher County. This is out there in the Appalachian area, okay, of Kentucky. And I've been watching this case for a good little while now. All right. But this is a scandal within itself. Basically, a well-known sheriff's deputy, this is scandalous, okay? A well-known sheriff deputy shot and killed a judge right in his chambers, okay? Hey, Mr. So-so. So when this case had first happened, it kind of, because this is such a small town, and this is in the Appalachians, of course, so it's really, really small. If you guys know about the Appalachians and how it operates, it's really tiny, it's really small. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody gossips about everything. So it kind of shook them up a little bit. This is their biggest case right now. Okay. Now, to give you a little bit of a character reference, the sheriff, he's a well known man. Many people love him. Many people liked him as their head sheriff. And a lot of people actually is on his side out of Kentucky. Okay. A lot of people feel as though that what shall be. Okay. Now, when it comes to this judge, while there are some that like him, there's a lot that goes on down in them chambers of his. His chambers are not the typical judge's chambers where only certain people get to go there. His chambers is allegedly a place of opportunity, illegal opportunity in his chambers. Okay. It's mixed in, and it's mixed. Yeah, it's a whole lot of. It's a yes, the preacher is mixed in it too. It's a preacher that's connected to this who is also well known to both of these guys. He's friends with them both. He has some really sticky, icky charges as well in his past, but he's a well-known preacher in the area. It's a lot going on. So I've been watching it for a while. I didn't get a chance to really talk to you guys about it. So I felt like this is a perfect time to update you guys, but also bring it to you guys for those that don't know about it. Okay. Savage, please look into the twin deaths as well. I'm looking into it. I'm digging. I don't know if you guys, I blogged about it already. So whenever you see me blog about something, just know I'm digging into it. I just haven't done a show on it yet. Small towns usually don't experience much crime because everyone is in their they don't. Everybody's in their business. Everybody knows everybody, you know. But to me, hey, the real books. To me, small towns have some of the most scandalous tea, though, as we say. They have some of the most scandalous, most craziest secrets that comes out of those little small towns. Hey, considering they do. Their news be juicy. And I don't know if it's because it is so small to where more stuff comes out because everybody knows everything and everybody knows everybody's business. So we get to see all ends of everything, but it always is juicy. Hey, Elizabeth. Hello there. How are you? Alrighty. So let's get into today's case, okay? Make sure that you guys continue to share the live if you can, and I would definitely appreciate it, all right? Now, this case is going to include a deadly shooting, some allegations of corruption, as well as allegations of essaying, okay? And a federal civil lawsuit as well is attached to this one big case. All right. Now the key individuals that are in this case is Mr. Shawn Mickey Stines, okay? And he is the sheriff's deputy. He is 43, 44 years old. And he is like the head sheriff in Letcher County. All right. Many people know him. That's the guy that's in the jail jumpsuit. He is a former bailiff, okay? Um, and he also is accused of shooting the judge. Okay. Now, these two together, hey, crime mobsters, how are you? These two together, they have a sticky connection. And it looks like to me that their connections are those who are either sheriff's deputies or who are bailiffs. Okay. So basically, the people who work under them are in the midst of this, too. Okay. There has been some arrests that has come prior to this and lawsuits that has come prior to this actual shooting. All right. Now, in the timeline, September 2024, September 19th to be exact. Okay. Stines and Mullins had a lunch together. Okay. And they were supposed to be going to the Street Side Grill and Bar that is out there in Whitesburg, Kentucky. And witnesses say that there was no indication of tension during that time. So Mullins told Stines that, you know, let's talk. We need to talk about things in the chambers and things of that nature and come by after lunch. So Stines had later entered into the chambers, and somewhere along the lines, okay, there is a phone handling somewhere where Steins then places a call to his daughter on his own phone, and then Steins then dials his daughter's number manually on Mullins' phone. Now, when this investigation first started, the people that's down there in Letcher County, they're like, it's something in that phone. It had to be something in the phone. So that's when the whispers and the allegations begin to spin the block, okay? With some people saying that Kevin Mullins possibly had been having an inappropriate relationship with Mickey Stein's daughter, okay? And you may ask yourself, okay, now why would the judge be having an inappropriate relationship with the daughter, or why would people even think that the judge would be even entertaining something like this, okay? And it's because the allegations that are already connected to his judge's chambers and the whispers that has already been going on around town way before the shooting even happened. Okay? So when this phone transfer happens, next thing you know, Mickey Stines pulls out a weapon, shoots 7 to 8 times within 18 seconds, killing the judge right there in his chambers. Okay. The video was actually shown all over social media, all over the blogs and everything like that. All right, of how this happened. But the thing is that you really can't hear what is being said or what's the conversation like prior to the shooting. So he found something. That's what many people thought he did. Many people thought that he found that Kevin Mullins had been messaging his underage daughter. That's what many people had begun to allege. So then the pastor comes out. Now the pastor is the friend of both. He comes, he does an interview, said these are two great guys. He would never do anything like this. The judge would never talk to, this man's underage daughter and things of that nature. The daughter also made some statements basically saying no, that did not happen. Okay. So many people then begin to question, okay, so what was the motive behind all of this? And still to this day, the motive is still kind of questionable. Okay. Many people begin to wonder because they would not confirm on what the motive could have been. And of course, Mickey Stines, he's not. So yes, she's about 17, 18 years old, give or take. Either way, she's way younger than this judge, where he shouldn't have been talking to her anyways. There is no reason that this girl's number should have been in his phone at any time if that's the case. That's what it looks like, okay? So the defense in this case do argue an extreme emotional disturbance, suggesting that Steins believed that his family was in danger. Potential links to a federal civil lawsuit that had happened, and basically Mickey Steins 3 days before this shooting had just did his disposition for the federal lawsuit. Now, this federal lawsuit is really what makes people look at Kevin Mullins a little bit crazy. Okay, so the rumor says that Judge Mullins had possessed some compromising information within his phone, and that's possibly why Steins did this. Ongoing forensic analysis of cell phones belonging to Mullins and Steins and his daughter is possibly what people had pointed to, as well as video evidence had showed Steins manually dialing his daughter's number on Mullins' phone. Defense is considering this as to being an insanity plea. That's what he's pleading. Okay. Now, in reference to this federal civil lawsuit, now this federal civil lawsuit is what I believe played a role in this. Okay. I do understand the cell phone standpoint, but 3 days before this shooting, he had just did his disposition. The reason why he was in this lawsuit is because, of course, one of his officers were investigated and arrested for the things that was going on down in Kevin Mullins chambers. Okay, and he was listed as a defendant in this lawsuit because these are his officers. Okay, so in Letcher County, there was an arrest in April of 2021. Okay, Sabrina Atkins. She is a victim. All right. So she was caught incarcerated in Letcher County until June 2nd of 2021, and she was released on in-home incarceration under Deputy Ben Fields. Okay. Now Deputy Ben Fields is working under Mickey Stines. Okay. But it also says that he also did some time with working with Kevin Mullins as well, possibly being a bailiff at some point. Not sure about that, but that's what I've also have seen run across the airwaves. So Fields had allegedly made some flirtatious comments and offered favorable treatment to Sabrina Atkins in exchange for him to remove her ankle monitoring. Okay, in June of 2021 during a meeting in Judge Mullins' chambers. So what came out of this is that from the whispers in the community is that that Mullins is well known in the area. Okay, and they say that when he see young girls, okay, that are not able to either pay their bonds or they're not able to pay their fees, he offers them, these are allegations that begin to float about. He offers them the opportunity to be able to do sexual favors for him in the chambers with him and Ben Fields in order for them to either not pay their court fees or to remove their bracelet. And anytime that they do not do it, he will either do one or two things: pull them back in court, which could possibly put them back in jail, or put the house arrest monitor back on them whenever they don't follow through with the favors in which he has offered them. Okay. So between June and December of 2021, Ben Fields, had met Atkins in Mullins' chambers at least 6 times, where the abuse had escalated from kissing to intercourse. Atkins also stated that she did not consent and was coerced due to her fear of incarceration. Fields would then reattach her ankle monitor before court appearances to make her appear compliant. So in December of 2021, text messages had surfaced allegedly revealing the abuse in which she had endured. Fields had filed a retaliatory complaint against Atkins in January of 2022. Atkins was arrested again in January of 2026, January 26th of 2022. And a lawsuit also alleges that Sheriff Stines had failed to train and supervise Fields to avoid these interactions and avoid him from doing this. So that's why Mickey Stines had got pulled into this lawsuit. Okay. Now keep in mind, Sheriff Mickey Stines have a whole wife and children at home. Meanwhile, he's being reeled in because of the stuff that's going on at Kevin Mullins' chambers with Ben Fields and these young girls that's in the community. And I actually had read in a lot of the, from a lot of the posts, there are young girls speaking out like, yeah, me too. I remember walking outside the courthouse and he was outside smoking a cigarette and he offered me to do this and do that. And he tried to talk to me. And it was girls just coming out of nowhere saying that Kevin Mullins was well known to talk about to try to talk to the girls and make these offers to them as they're leaving out the court building. So Steins, he's saying, listen, I don't know anything about any of this. I did not do this. I have no knowledge of what Fields is doing. I don't have no knowledge of the abuse in which he's causing these young girls. But he was described as being very much evasive and distressed during his disposition. Now keep in mind the disposition was 3 days before the actual shooting of Kevin Mullins. So additional women also alleged that Ben Fields have remained to be unidentified throughout this entire thing, but the plaintiff did seek some damages for the severe emotional and physical trauma that has happened to her. Okay? Now, in January of 2024, due to all the allegations against Ben Fields was then sentenced to 7 years in prison by the Pike County Circuit Court. So the charges and sentences was a third degree R, which gave him 5 years. Okay. Then he also got the 2 years for SA. And then he also got 2 counts of tampering with evidence, which was 5 years. Perjury, which was 1 year. And his sentences are consecutive, and Fields is required to register as an offender. So after this is all done, all done, Sabrina did give a statement where she says, I felt hard for you and your family. But now I know how you affected me and my son. I once allowed you to take him away from me. Okay. Well, yeah, this is messy. It's messy down there in Letcher County. Okay. And apparently Kevin Mullins and Ben Fields have been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And you may ask yourself, okay, all right, if these was allegations, how did Ben Fields get a conviction? Because there's no allegation here. He has been sentenced, and they found a lot of evidence to be able to prove so. And I actually read the text messages in the lawsuit as well, and the things in which he was texting her. Okay? So Stines had gave his disposition 3 days before the shooting, and witnesses also described Stines as being uncharacteristically very uncommunicative after his disposition. On the day of the shooting, Stines and Mullins had lunch together, sharing wings and salad at the street side grill. Stines was not in uniform, and reports also suggest that he had a domestic dispute the night before and stayed elsewhere. Basically, him and his wife had got into it. So the surveillance footage had showed Stines and Mullins' hands had raised before Stines fires his shots at him. Stines had circled the judge's desk twice to ensure that it was a clear shot. Preliminary hearing also confirmed a probable cause for murder. Prosecutors also could possibly seek the death penalty, but I don't think that they're doing so. And the trial date has been set. So the Letcher County says that the community is very close knit, and that the shock of this murder has really sent waves through the community, and many people are talking about it. But while some people are talking, other people are currently silent right now, because you have one part of the community on the side of Mullins, and then you have one part of the community on the side of Mickey Stines. And I will say there is a large amount on the side of Mickey Stines, because from my understanding, he's a very respected sheriff. From my understanding, he did a lot of things for the community, a lot of things for the children. He did a lot of community work. He did a lot of community policing. And he has been voted in as the head sheriff over and over and over again. He was actually planning to, retire and leave very soon, approaching this incident. Um, so there are also the rumors about the possible, misconduct and the cover up that has been going on down there in Letcher County for so long. It reminds me of that black lady judge that was doing something similar to the women with petty cases. Yes, and this happens more than what people want to acknowledge. It does. It happens more than what people really want to pay attention to when it comes to this type of stuff. But with it being uh this close knit, it's even more easier. Give me 1 second, because I feel like all right. So I want to go straight to the docs, okay? I'm going to read the factual allegations from Sabrina Atkins, okay? And in some of those in her lawsuit, she does mention the text messages. So let's go over that. So, all preceding paragraphs are incorporated herein by reference in there too, as if fully set in herein. Okay. So, the plaintiff was arrested in Letcher County, Kentucky on April of 2021. From April 2021 through June 2nd of 2021, the plaintiff was incarcerated at the Letcher County Jail. In early June of 2021, plaintiff was released from Letcher County Jail and placed on home incarceration. Defendant Fields, a deputy sheriff with the Letcher County Sheriff's Department, was assigned to be the plaintiff home incarceration officer. So after she was released, the plaintiff had a difficult time finding housing accommodations in Letcher County. Defendant Fields was aware of the plaintiff housing issues as well as plaintiff domestic issues. So the defendant Fields had visited the plaintiff the night she was released from Letcher County Jail, to bring her cigarettes and to console her. Console her, okay? So at this time, the plaintiff had notified the defendant Fields that she did not have money to pay for her ankle bracelet. She was terrified to return to the Letcher County Jail. So the defendant Fields had made flirtatious comments about the plaintiff's looks and body. He told her that he was confident that they could work something out. The plaintiff had understood these communications to mean that she would receive favorable treatment from the defendant Fields, and if she provided him with sexual favors. So thereafter, the plaintiff and the defendant Fields had communicated on a regular basis by text message. In June of 2021, the defendant Fields had asked Sabrina to meet her at the Letcher County Courthouse in the evening after dark. Hmm, after dark. So the defendant Fields had took the plaintiff into to Judge Mullins' chambers, telling the plaintiff that he wanted to meet her there before there was no cameras. Okay, because there was no cameras there. So at that time, defendant Fields had took off the plaintiff's ankle monitor and told her that she would not have to pay the associated fees any longer. Hmm. Here's where it kicks in. So, after he told her that, he also said that she would be able to remain on in home incarceration, but he can then take off the monitor. So between June and late June and December of 2021, defendant Fields had met the plaintiff at the Letcher County Courthouse in the evening or the early morning hours at approximately 6 times. During these meetings, defendant Fields' behavior had escalated from flirtatious comments to forcibly kissing or oral to intercourse with the plaintiff, all of which had occurred at the Letcher County Courthouse after hours in Judge Mullins' chambers. So the plaintiff was coerced and compelled to comply with defendant Fields in his advances, giving the defendant Fields position of power, and because she could not afford to pay for the ankle monitor and did not want to return to Letcher County Jail. The plaintiff did not consent to any of the essaying that happened. These meetings would typically occur the night before the plaintiff had court. So the defendant Fields would put the plaintiff ankle monitor back on and otherwise fix it so that she would appear to be compliant with her in-home incarceration the following day. So upon information and belief, in late December of 2021, certain persons at the Letcher County Courthouse were notified that defendant Fields was having inappropriate communications and or relations with the plaintiff, and were provided with text messages as evidence that the inappropriate communications had happened. So upon information and belief, the defendant Fields had become aware of this information that was contained in the preceding paragraph. In late December of 2021, defendant Fields had stopped communicating with the plaintiff by text messages or otherwise. And upon information and belief, in early January of 2022, defendant Fields had filed a complaint against the plaintiff, claiming that she was not complying with the terms of her home incarceration. Upon information and belief, the complaint was filed maliciously by the defendant in an effort to punish the plaintiff and an attempt to save his own job and reputation. The plaintiff was arrested in January of 2022 in Pike County, Kentucky. So the plaintiff is terrified that she will be transferred to the Letcher County Jail, where upon information and belief, the defendant Fields' wife is employed as an officer, and where upon information and belief, the defendant Fields was previously employed. So the plaintiff has serious concerns for her safety and welfare if she were to be transferred to Letcher County Jail. Upon information and belief, there are other women who defendant Fields has abused as well. Upon information and belief, Letcher County, the sheriff's office, Letcher County Sheriff and unknown supervisors of defendant Fields had failed to train and supervise the defendant Fields. And upon information and belief, the Letcher County Sheriff knew or should have known that defendant Fields was SAing females, including the plaintiff, in his charge. Upon information and belief, the Letcher County Sheriffs did not reasonably respond to reports or suspicion of abuse that happened by Deputy Fields. The defendant's conduct described above has caused severe injury to the plaintiff, for which she is entitled to recover actual damages and an amount to be determined at trial. So this is the lawsuit that he consoled her all right. Oh, yes. This is the lawsuit that caused Mickey Stines to get in trouble. Now, when Mickey Stines has only said two things since he's been arrested: treat me fair, and they tried to kidnap my wife and kids. We don't know what that meant. Those are the only two things that Mickey Stines has said this entire time. When he first got arrested, it was treat me fair. And somewhere during his preliminary hearing, it was they're trying to kidnap his wife and kids. Don't know what that's about. Apparently, him and his wife had got into an argument or something a night before. This shooting actually happened as well. But I am one that honestly believe that Mickey Stines is a man that turned cold due to the corruption that was going on in Letcher County. I believe that Mickey Stines is a man that was trying to uphold his badge, but he was dealing with so much corruption. He was dealing with so many dirty hands, and it was nothing else that this man could do. It was only one way out of this. And that's what I think he believed. Because imagine being a police officer, okay, where your officer has been arrested and charged with taking people into a judge's chambers. Meanwhile, you're taking the bulk of the madness because now word is around town in this small Appalachian little area that Sheriff Mickey Stines and his deputies are over there taking girls into the chambers. Imagine how a wife would want to hear that about hear that. Imagine how that'll piss a wife off. So I really believe that he felt like that he was losing his family, and that's where they're trying to kidnap my wife and children is coming from, because he could lose his family because of the dirty hands that was happening that was going on down there at Judge Kevin Mullins' chambers allegedly. And my thing is this: why did when this officer was found guilty of this, why wasn't there an investigation done? Because he's taking girls into the judge's chambers after hours. There should have been an investigation done. If there's more women that are coming out, and there were women coming out when she made the lawsuit, there should have been an investigation to see how deep this was, because apparently there's more victims than just Miss Atkins. Because if they would have opened up a bigger investigation, we would not be here today. Kevin Mullins can possibly be alive, and Mickey Steins wouldn't feel like all the weight was on his shoulders for taking the bulk of what everybody else was doing. Now, when it comes to the phone situation, I still don't understand why he called his daughter on his phone and then called his daughter on the judge's phone. Either the judge was talking to the daughter about what was going on with this lawsuit, or the judge was talking to the daughter about what goes down in the chambers, if you know what I'm saying. That's the only conversations that I think would make him tick like this. Either they got on the phone and called his wife and discussed this lawsuit in more detail or something like that. And he could have possibly felt like that he was going to lose his family because of this whole situation. And he snapped because now he's claiming to be insane. He claiming insanity for this right here now. Mentally insane doing this shooting. Okay? This mess judge plus mess bailiff. Man, this is messy, messy, messy. This is small town messy. And it blew up. When I went to Sheriff Mickey Stein's social media, you can see him out in the community. You know, you can see him out with the children and doing, you can see him out doing what you would want your neighborhood sheriff deputy to do. But when I go over there and I'm looking up Mr. Mullins, and this is just me being someone from the outside looking in that don't know, you know, it's a lot of, well, me too. Or, well, I remember. Or, yeah, I heard. Or, yeah, this has been going on for years. That's what I've been hearing and reading. And this has been since the beginning of this entire investigation. And people are actually vouching for Mickey Stines. Very sick and twisted. That's the thing. When the only reason that Ben Fields stopped what he was doing with Miss Atkins is because she told somebody. People knew. People knew in this courthouse. This is a very small courthouse, by the way. Let me tell you how small this courthouse is. In the video of him doing what he did to Mr. Judge Mullins, Judge Mullins is sitting there smoking a cigarette right there in the chambers. I said, "Oh, so this is really old town Appalachian small town. I've never seen it." He was literally smoking a cigarette during this entire discussion right there in the chambers. That's how small this courthouse is. That's how, yeah. That when I seen that, I said, "Oh yeah, this is everybody knows everybody. Everybody keeps a secret. Don't say much. Ignore it. Look over it because you would never see that in a typical big time courthouse where the judge is sitting there smoking a cigarette right there in the chambers. Yeah, smoking a cigarette right there. Hmm. But yeah, this is scandal in itself. Now, the most recent update was, of course, Mickey Steins is saying that he was insane during this entire thing. Trial is in preparation. Of course, we're going to be watching it. But I do like how Mr. Steins is playing this. This man hasn't said a word. When this is how I knew that this man was serious about whatever he did. When he first got arrested, he said, "Treat me fair." That was it. Treat me fair. And I think those words are more heavier than what we think because we can look at it from the corruption standpoint, or we can look at it as you guys knew what was going on with here, just like I knew what was going on here. Treat me fair. You guys know the corruption that has been happening. You guys know the secrets that has been happening, and you guys know why I snapped. Treat me fair. That's how I look at those words. And I think that this man honestly seen his whole family. He's about to lose it all due to one lawsuit. And he possibly was sitting at that, and they're saying that he was out of character and he looked a little bit, you know, he wasn't himself at this disposition. And it could possibly be because that disposition is when everything hit him. His career down the drain, reputation down the drain, family down the drain. You know, this one lawsuit opened up a vault of secrets. Now, I don't know if Sheriff Stines was a part of the chambers. We can also look at it as look at it at that perspective on whether or not he was a part of the chambers. He also took part as well. Could that be why he was, you know, acting a little bit different at this position? But from what I'm gathering from the local people, he's not that type of guy. He was more so about his family and his community. And this is a sheriff's deputy that they have voted in for year after year as the head deputy. Here, head sheriff. People love him here. And from my understanding, really honest man, really, for the people type of guy. He did a lot of stuff for addicts in the area. Um, and it's just one of those things. So he was elected sheriff of Letcher County in 2018 and then reelected in 2022. And then he didn't resign until after his arrest. But from my earlier research, when the case first broke, he was prepping to retire before this even happened. And it could have been because of all of this. But yeah, he's really loved there. From what I've read too, he's really, really loved there. And I really feel like that this man felt like that he's losing everything. I'm losing my career, my reputation, my family, all because of what you guys are doing on your own freaky time, you know? They were fine. The chamber the Chamber of Commerce paid for play. They did. They really it's really the Chamber of Commerce. They really did. And I didn't know. Is this normal? That the deputy have such free reign of the chambers? For some reason in my mind, I think the chambers is more so of a very protected area in the courthouse. I never I or from I don't know, maybe because I'm from a major city, but when it comes to when you get your house arrest and things of that nature, there's a whole office for that you go to in the courthouse. It's not the judge's chambers. Like the judge's chambers is not handling your house arrest. The deputy is not handling your house arrest. Maybe that's how they do it because they're a very small town. But even I wouldn't think that it's being done in the judge's chambers. I would think that even if the deputies was handling house arrest, that it possibly will be handed in their office, not the deputy, not the sheriff, not the chambers of the judge. For some reason in my brain, the chamber is such a protected, very sanctified area of the courthouse. But apparently, down there in Letcher County, the chamber is a whole nother different, it's a whole nother different ballgame. It's not the typical chamber over there. I hope this isn't normal. It is down there. I think this is normal for them. I don't think this is normal anywhere else. I've never seen well, I've seen a chamber when I was going after my bachelor's. I did see the what it looks like because you, of course, you gotta study, you gotta walk through the courthouse, see what it's like, da, 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 da. But I just don't think that this is normal. I don't think that this is normal at all. But I think that this because it is such a small area and they are so close knit and everybody knows everybody. This is just what they do. And that's why Ben Fields was able to get away with it because he knew that Kevin Mullins was a part of it anyways. If I go down, you go too. I'm very surprised that Ben Fields didn't hand over the judge, but I don't think he had the power to do that. I just don't, you know. But it's a dirty game down there in Letcher County. Yeah. So we're gonna definitely be keeping updated on the Letcher County situation, okay? Because this is kind of crazy, okay? I've been watching this case very closely, piece by piece on how it happens. But yeah. This case is one of the most scandalous small town Appalachian. And we know when you say Appalachian, if you have you guys ever been to the Appalachian Mountains before or in the Appalachian area? If you haven't, it's a sight to see. I have. And I must say, it's a very peculiar environment. It's not me being a city girl from Washington, D.C. I don't think I've ever seen anything like the Appalachians before until I've actually experienced it. It's very peculiar, different type of place. You've never seen it before? Appalachian is really it's really hmm. You haven't either? You know what I can give you a great example of it? Y'all remember the show The Hillbillies? That's what the Appalachians look like. That's what it gave me. If I can think about anything that I think everybody would be able to know, The Hillbillies show. It's just like that. Yeah. That's what the Appalachians look like. It's literally just like that. Literally. It's kind of crazy. You haven't either, Lolita? Yeah, we actually drove through one day. And when I say I was scared for my life, y'all, we drove through one. I don't know how we was going from South Carolina to Georgia, and we ended up driving through one. And when I say you would have thought that I was fitting to die, y'all, I started to panic because I was. It just it was it scared me. I felt like that I was about to be I was so scared because it's a lot of backwoods, a lot of long roads, and me being someone that's from the cities. I don't know if y'all know it or not. I love Beverly Hillbillies. I swear I love that show. Me being from I'm from a major city. I'm from Washington D.C. and I have a fear of long country roads. It's a fear of mine. I don't know how y'all down south folk do it, but I am afraid of y'all environment. I am petrified of if you have me in your car and the moment you think you about to take me down a long road with no street lights, there's nothing there, you have another thing coming. I'm gonna in my brain, you're trying to kidnap me, and I don't like it. I might start crying. I might start doing a lot of screaming and yelling, y'all, and it's because it just I just have too many run savvy. I don't know how my country girls and guys do it. You guys are a special breed because the moment that you think you about to take me down one of them long country no light, no, you're not taking me down there. I don't know. You better turn down here. We're not going down there. We not going down there. Gotta make sure you're not stumbling into a town where you're not wanting exactly. So I don't really do the long country town roads because we did a long trip before, and we seen some cotton. And I've never seen cotton before. Like I've never seen actual cotton because me being from DC, I relate cotton to where it doesn't exist. That's back in the day. So there's no reason why I should be seeing cotton fields. Okay. And this was my first trip going from East Coast to down south. Okay. And we seen some cotton fields. And they're like, let's get out and take a picture. I said, I think we will not. Do you not see that house out there? There's a house back there. And they talking about, let's get out and take a picture on the field. You a liar. The devil is a liar if you think that you're about to get me, a city girl from Washington, D.C., okay, to step out and step on these people's cotton fields. I am not doing that. Are y'all okay? Like, why would you even think that that's okay to get out on these people's land and take a picture next to a cotton field? Let's do it. We're not going to see this again. And let's act like we're never going to see it because I was just fine not seeing it, and I'm just fine not stepping on them people field, thinking that I'm about to take a picture. The country is fun, savvy. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. I'm from the city. Okay. I need to hear noises. I need to hear birds. I need to hear fire. I had to get accustomed to living up here. It was too quiet. I used to get that. What's that noise, y'all? That go on at night. That used to spook the living crap out of me. I didn't know what that sound was. Come to blow and behold, it's a toad. That used to that alone. I'm used to fire engines and police and kids screaming and people outside. I'm not used to all of that. I'm not used to that. So yeah, I had to get accustomed to just living up here alone. Like, so no. And this is I still hear, fire engines. Yeah, it's a toad. Yeah, it's a frog. I didn't know that. That's a foreign sound to me. I don't know what that is. I've never heard that before in the city on the south side of DC. I didn't know what that was. For all I know, that's a new creature about to come and get me. I don't know what that is. So these little small towns. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I don't do. We got lost in Maryland and seen the Confederate flags and turn around. See, my grandmother is from St. Mary's County, Maryland. That's the countryest that I've ever visited. And even that is a little spooky. They used to take us down there as a kid. Those long, and she's so country. Okay. So country. My granny is so country. She's from St. Mary's County, Maryland. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And you'll see a lot of that out there. That was actually the first place that I seen them hooded ones out there. I still have fresh cotton I picked off my land. It stay fresh for years. You still got cotton? Oh, see, no, baby. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I step on your lawn before I go step on somebody else's that I don't know on a random back road of somewhere. Absolutely not. I watch too much true crime and I see too much homicide for me to keep playing. I don't play them type of games. Okay? I don't do it. I do not do no. No, ma'am. I don't care. I supposed to be coming to your house for a cookout, and I gotta go down a long road to get there, and street signs start disappearing, and roads turn from cement to dirt. We got a problem. I won't be coming. I'm turning around because where's the cement at? Why don't you have tar down here? Did they forget the street? It'll have a dirt road, but they got a street sign. This ain't a street. This is the woods. I'm not going down there. I'm not. Yeah, I don't do. I saw cotton in Georgia. Yeah, that's where we was at. And it was a big country field with a big yard, and it was a house back there. And they talking about let's get out. See, you the type of people that you don't travel with because what you mean, let's get out? You see cotton and you say, let's get out. Let's get out. Let's take a picture. What? Are you okay? Why would you why would you think that that's okay? I'm in Atlanta now, Elizabeth. I was raised down south. Oh yeah, you really country. So yeah, you down out yonder, as y'all say. About there, back there, out yonder. You out yonder, like that. You out yonder, Miss Dolores. Go on now, watch out there now. I got an uncle that talk like that. Watch out there now. Go on now, boy. Talk real fast. What you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? I got an uncle that talk like that, y'all. He wear his little slacks with his little with them lemon pepper steppers. Just some suspenders on with no shirt. How you doing now? How you doing there, niece? Ain't seen you in years now. Like that. I got an uncle that talk like that from down there, North Kakalaki. Good old Southern boys. Yeah. I don't talk like that. That's how that's how they that's how my uncle talk, y'all. And watch out there now. A little one. Let me get out of here. I gotta go, y'all. Let me go. Y'all know I had no sense. Okay. I have absolutely no sense. But yes, y'all. So this is one of those really small towns. This is one of those really small towns, guys. Shout out to my southern people because you guys have a lot of heart. I wouldn't be able to do it. Small towns definitely have a lot of spicy news going on down there. It takes 20 minutes to go to the house once you reach the property. My first time, I was like, oh hell no. 20 minutes to the mailbox. Tell me something, can you go get the mail? The mail? The mail is 20 minutes away. Why is your mailbox so far? Yeah, just walk down the road there. Walk down there. You'll see it. That's how. Go and walk down. You be fine. Go ahead and walk down and go get the mail down there out there. That's how they be out there. What? Out there? Why your mail ain't by your driveway? Like what would you going on up the road and go get the mail out the mailbox? What? I'm not going down there. Why is your mailbox all the way out there like that? uh-uh. Store 2 hours away. Nearest grocery store, you gotta drive an hour and 30 minutes. What? So how often do you guys get groceries? That's true. It is. I know. Like, no. No, ma'am. I'm used to walking right down the steps to get my mail right to the end of the driveway. They talking about some going out yonder to get the mail. See about 20 minutes, 20 women, 20 minutes. Walk down the road about 20 minutes, turn it right down there like that, right there. What? Shout out to my Southerners. I love y'all though. Alrighty, guys. Y'all know I had no sense. I gotta get out of here. Alrighty, guys. Have a great day, okay? Have a great day. I'm glad I can make you guys laugh. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Don't know what we're discussing. Just make sure that you tune in into the Spaces by Wix app in order for you to get your updates on whatever we're going to be discussing, okay? There will be a update coming out very later on today about the girl that is missing from University of Pitt. Her parents are actually wanting her death to be deemed. They want her to be deemed deceased. They're ready to just close this up. The guy that is the prime suspect, of course, he is still being held. His passport has been taken. But once again, if you're looking to become a social media influencer, or if you're looking to become a paid streamer, okay, I do have a talent agency on Bigo Live. Just contact me. You can DM me on my Instagram. You can message me on my website. Email me at SavageRoyalT however you want to do it. In order for you to have a opportunity to make anywhere from $100 to up to over $30,000 a month, okay? I do offer you online training as well as an orientation to get you started. This is just if you're looking for a second stream of income, or if you have a business and you're wanting to run social media at any point, okay? All you got to do is a 30-second video audition in order for you to become a host, and you will be a host within less than 48 hours. A paid and monetized host, okay? Thank you guys for watching True Crime with Savage Royalty, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.